Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more real-life stories that will keep you on the edge of your seat. We were at a fancy restaurant celebrating my wife's best friend's birthday. A night that should have been full of laughter, delicious food, and light-hearted chatter. The lighting was soft, the ambience elegant, and everyone seemed to be in a joyful celebratory mood. My wife Lauren was sitting next to me, 2 glasses of wine already in her system, laughing louder than usual. I could tell she was determined to shine in front of her friends tonight. She always did. She always wanted to be the center of attention. The funniest, boldest, most admired person at the table. I sat quietly enjoying my steak, listening to the conversation swirl around the group, completely unaware that the evening was about to take a sharp, humiliating turn. The topic shifted to exes. Innocent stories, nothing too personal. But Lauren had a habit of pushing boundaries when she drank. She loved performing. Loved being the highlight of every joke. When her friend Melissa teased, "Lauren, didn't you say your ex was a gym freak?" Lauren smirked, glanced at me for a fleeting second and then said loudly, "Oh, he wasn't just a gym freak. He was more of a man than my husband here." The table erupted in awkward laughter. I froze. For a moment, everything inside me went silent, like water holding its breath before a storm. I put down my fork slowly. I didn't react. I didn't blink. I just watched her. The flush on her cheeks, the crooked grin, the way she leaned back proudly, convinced she had delivered the joke of the century. My heart didn't ache. It hardened. There's a particular kind of pain that doesn't sting, it just makes you colder. Everyone at the table noticed my stillness. The women exchanged uneasy glances. The men looked down, pretending they hadn't heard. Lauren didn't even notice. She was too busy sipping her wine and basking in her own humor, thinking she'd impressed everyone. Maybe years ago I would have forced a laugh, brushed it off, and pretended nothing hurt. But not tonight. I realized something crucial in that moment. She wasn't joking. Jokes hide truth beneath humor. She wanted to embarrass me, belittle me, make herself shine at my expense. That's when it hit me. Respect doesn't vanish overnight. It fades slowly, piece by piece, until only a hollow shell remains. The table conversation awkwardly shifted. I could feel the occasional glance waiting to see my reaction. I stayed calm, composed, letting the tension stretch naturally. Lauren laughed with Melissa, oblivious to the unease surrounding her. She had no idea she'd crossed a line that couldn't be uncrossed. But I wasn't going to yell or argue. My response would be quieter, sharper, unforgettable. The waiter brought the check, splitting it between couples. He placed ours in front of me and Lauren leaned over whispering, "Relax. It was just a joke. Don't be so dramatic." Her tone was dismissive, irritated, as if I were the problem. What she didn't realize was that her joke had already shifted everything. I had already made my decision. I picked up the check, glanced at it and slid it toward her. "You pay it," I said calmly. The table fell silent again. Lauren's smile faltered. "What? Why?" she asked, confused and nervous. I leaned back, folding my arms. "Since your ex was more of a man than me, I figured you wouldn't mind covering the meal your lesser husband shared with you." The words hit her like a truck. Her face dropped, stunned, like she'd just been publicly slapped. Her friends froze wide-eyed. Even the couple at the table behind us stopped mid-conversation. The clink of a distant fork sounded unnaturally loud. Lauren looked around, embarrassed, finally realizing how badly she had humiliated herself. "Not me. I didn't mean it like that," she whispered, trembling. Her earlier confidence vanished. Melissa placed a hand on her arm, but she pulled away, staring at me like I was a stranger. "It was just a joke," she repeated, quieter this time, almost childlike. I shook my head. "A joke is only funny when both people laugh," I said coldly. Her eyes welled up, but she blinked rapidly, refusing to cry at the table. The waiter returned at the worst possible moment, and Lauren, shaking, reached for her purse. She paid, cheeks burning with humiliation. The dinner dragged on for a few more minutes, but the energy was gone. Everyone replayed the moment in their minds. When we finally stood to leave, her friends hugged her with stiff, awkward smiles. No one was judging me, they were judging her. They had seen the disrespect, the unnecessary cruelty, the ego. And they had seen how I stayed composed. Lauren realized that too. As we walked to the parking lot, she reached for my hand. I pulled mine away. "Please talk to me," she whispered. "I messed up. I shouldn't have said that. I unlocked the car but didn't get in." "No," I said. "You shouldn't have thought it." The words hit her harder than anything else that night. She knew I was right. You don't joke about something you don't secretly believe. She broke down in the parking lot, tears streaming, mascara running. "Please don't give up on us," she whispered. "I love you. I swear I didn't mean it. I was trying to impress them." I watched her cry, not with anger but with clarity. This wasn't the first boundary she had crossed. It was the first I refused to ignore. I opened my door, glancing at her one last time. "Respect isn't a joke," I said quietly. "And if you ever make me the punchline again, there won't be a second warning." She nodded, desperate, wiping her tears, knowing I meant every word. As we drove home in silence, she clutched her ring, finally understanding what she should have known all along. The man she mocked in public was not someone she could control. And that single calm sentence would haunt her far longer than any anger ever could.